how to install Gopi OS and the initial setup. This is how Gopi OS looks, and it is having built-in Chrome. That means the original Google Chrome from Google itself. I have installed this image manipulation software using Gopi OS's built-in software downloader, that means the app center called DAG. There are other options. You can use Discover to install other applications. As I can see, there are ton of other softwares and applications available through Discover, and they all are pretty much safe to download and use. I have successfully downloaded GOPIOS version 2.4.06, which is the latest one. As they claim, this existing operating system should last at least for 10 years and more. But for the sake of demonstration, I will install GOPIOS from scratch. There are two options. You can use Ventoy or other bootable mechanism. If you are having updated NVIDIA graphics, using Ventoy may not be a good choice because you will not see any display out. For that purpose, you need a dedicated USB drive to directly boot into the GOPIOS installer so that you have the necessary drivers to successfully boot and see what's going on. Right now, this laptop is not having a updated NVIDIA GPU, so I'll be pretty much fine with this Ventoy installation. I have a ready-made Ventoy drive which is having multiple bootable ISOs, so I will use this one. Let me plug in this USB drive to the USB slot. That was the first step. As you see, there is mount option over there. Next, I'll have to reboot to the BIOS or UEFI. Let's restart. If I don't do anything, it will restart after 30 seconds, but I don't want to wait for that long. So let's restart. It is restarting and it will go directly to the BIOS or UEFI. Right now the display output is off, but I can see the BIOS interface. I will choose the drive to boot from. That's it. Save and exit. It is the first screen when you boot into Gopi OS installer. There is nothing you can do, just click OK. The next step, it is the most important one, to select the drive you want to install. Here I see one is SDB, which is the external drive, and SDA, which is the drive I want to install on. Let's select OK. I want to give this system a name like laptop 2 L or laptop 3 L3. This would be the name of this system, L3. Let's give the username, password. Remember, this password also be used for root user and to generate the GPG key also. That's it. And if you click yes by entering enter, the installation process will start. Now it says like it will take a while to install. I know. Then you will be able to use your stable system for 10 to 15 years. A big claim. I got it. It is not mandatory to pay or purchase Gopi OS. Making some donation is helpful. Okay, I don't want to donate right now. Let's give it a try first. Now the installation process started. As I know, it will take quite a long time, so we'll skip or fast forward this portion. It was stuck for a while on 0%. Now again, it seems it stuck on 67%. But I believe it is doing something on its background, some file checking or GPG key creations, or even securing all those applications. Now it's generating all those keys, especially the GPG key and package key. It took 8.5 minutes, nearly 9 minutes, quite a long time to install. It shows some warning like possibly missing hardwares or hardware drivers. It's okay because those warnings are for the installer itself, not the Gopi OS, the final product. So it is safe to ignore those warnings. Remember, if you are having updated NVIDIA GPU like 3050, 3060 and above till 50 series, if you use Ventoy, your system will not show boot screen. So it's better to have a dedicated installer like this USB, or even you can order a pre-installed NVMe or SSD from their website itself. Now the installation is done. Let's hit enter. Finally, I made it. The installation is complete. Now boot into this operating system. Let's see how it looks and feels. Let's press the power button. Now it's booting. What a great. Let's put my username over here, my password. Let's go. Okay, the default view is KDE dark mode. Each and every Linux distributions and BSD and FreeBSD ones are coming with KDE. It feels good. Okay, related to Gopi OS, the first thing you must do is to activate your GPG key. To do that, I can connect the internet, but if I connect the internet using Wi-Fi, the key will be associated, but I will require a restart. So better I use Google Chrome first. Let's click here, launch. It will ask me to select the GPG key. Yes, you see, the GOPIOS is clever enough to generate a ready-made GPG key while you first boot your system. Now I can select this GPG key, or even you can create your own by yourself, as they has provided a ready-made one. Let's select this one. As I click on finish, the Chrome will ask if you want to make this as a default browser or not, and automatically send the statistics to the Google server. I don't want to do anything of that. By the way, in GopiOS you cannot select, as this Google Chrome browser is in a container, so that it cannot sneak into your system and take your data. By the way, there is reason and proof that Google Chrome does those things. Let's click OK. Now it's time to use Google Chrome. I don't want to sign in right now, but I have to later on because of my work and communicating with other peoples. I had to do this. Okay, now it's time to connect to the internet. See, all those passwords by Google Chrome, by other application, even with the network systems, all those passwords gets encrypted using those GPG keys. That is the reason why I don't encrypt my whole drive. Yes, I have some drives having full encryption over full drive, but for my work system, I want all those passwords to be encrypted, and I trust GPG keys. Let's click connect. Now it is connected. So setting up GopiOS, the initial and first step is done. I have connected my GPG key. I have connected the internet, and for example, I have opened the Google Chrome browser. Okay, let's close it and try to install other applications. There is a app center called DAG, helper DAG. Okay, this center is very rudimentary and simplest. I'm not sure how to pronounce. I'm not a native English speaker. Okay, let's click on discover. Those two app centers you will get out of the box. What else you can download? Any application capable of having content with app image. See, Gopi OS enforces you to use any application that is capable to contain itself. So I'll search for .app.appimage. You will see, okay, not this one. This application is already baked into GopiOS, so you don't have to worry about this thing. Rather, app image, let's say Chromium, as this version doesn't come with Chromium, so I want to have Chromium. As you see, this repo is providing app image. If you install x86 version, it will be available on your system and you will be able to use that software or any kind of tools. Okay, let's get back to the discover. All those applications are fully supported. As I see, I'm using my trackpad. The mouse scrolling seems little odd. Let's fix this first. To do this, I will have to go to the settings and mouse and touchpad. Let's click on touchpad. Here it is invert scrolling. I wanted to make this as default, but as KDE teams expects this one not to be checked. Click apply. Now it seems natural to me. Scrolling seems very good. Okay, let's close this one. By the way, each and every other system settings you will find over here, including power management. Okay, let's go to the app center. I see discover. All those applications, including Krita or any application, is compatible with this operating system. Along with that, you can download some script from here. Like if you go to scripts, as you see, there is nothing on the script, but you will be able to get as soon as those scripts are available over here. If I go to the get application, only 8 of them are available, but I need VS Code, so I will press enter to download VS Code, and I expect VS Code will be downloaded over here on my desktop's apps folder. Okay, I see it is downloaded and ready to use. Let's open it. There is no installation, there is no next. It is just available, and I like this type of application usage. Wow. Even I can set up Copilot over here. What are the games? Games only chase, graphics applications. Yes, I see some graphics applications are there. Development. Yes, development related things. Oh, I see. Linux installer, that means the box body is there. Fish, cat, Z editor. Yes, I like this Z editor very much. Micro, I like it. On education, you get LibreOffice Math. For graphics, you get Given View. I'm not sure it is Given View or Given View. You get Free Download Manager, the best download manager. You get Remina. If you want to connect with a, let's say, Windows or any other system, you can connect using this Remina. On multimedia, you get Cheese, Droidcam, OBS Studio, and VLC Media Player. This VLC Media Player is having all those codecs, so you will be able to play any type of supported video. For Office, you get LibreOffice. It is far better than any other Office systems I have looked into. On the systems, you get a lot of tools like Ghosty. It is the best terminal in terms of GPU performance. Although Kitty explicitly says it is a GPU based terminal, but in my experience, I have found Ghosty little more performancy. I see NVIDIA related things which will not work on this system, as I don't have NVIDIA graphics card. Oracle will expect it to run on every system. This is the system settings. NVTop will also not work, as I don't have NVIDIA. But AMD GPU top, will it work? I don't have AMD GPU. I have on other systems. Yes, it will not work. Let's visit the system again. Let's see if BTOP works. Yes, BTOP works perfectly fine. And see how good it is. 9.85 watts. My system is consuming only 9.5 watts. It is having Celeron 4020 Intel Celeron, but it is consuming less than 9 watts. As you see, the CPU is taking 3 watts or 4 watts, and 3 or 4 watts maybe this screen is taking, and the GPU is less than 1 watt. Let's see if it can run any YouTube video. Then I will be able to justify, like, okay, let's go to the YouTube. Yes, you see the GPU power usage. You can see over here 2.12 watt. Like whenever you accelerate on the GPU things, those power goes up. As you see now, it is using 13 watt. Impressive, but it seems YouTube is banned on my local network area. Okay, what do I do? I cannot see movies or YouTube videos, instruction videos. Okay, by the way, we got that idea. Like whenever you use, only then the part of your system gets activated and power gets consumed. So it is proven that Gopi OS is optimized enough to use your hardware much efficiently. Let's see the battery. It is having 52% and expected to run nearly 2 hours. It is much better than Windows, much better than having Debian, much better than having Ubuntu, and it is competing with Google's Chrome OS and Chrome OS Flex. As I see, the power profile and the optimization is much good. I am finally happy to use Gopi OS. That's it for now. Let's visit tomorrow.